ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Cristin Finnigan.
I'm Mike Ward.
I am a paralegal in Minneapolis currently. I also study space law and policy and have done some policy analysis work in aerospace and defense related issues.
Fantastic.
And I am a R&D engineer and transitioning to manufacturing engineering, and also trying to start up a robotics business, and trying to do a lot of volunteer work and work my way into actual aerospace. So,
So when's the first time you ever saw, used, or touched a computer?
First time I remember using a computer was when I was maybe 8 or 9, which would have been 1988 or 1989, in my Catholic grade school in the south suburbs of Chicago, and playing Oregon Trail.
yeah.
You know, I'll tell you, I've done like 100 of these now, and Oregon Trail comes up all the time.
Odell Lake.
It's like a separation. You know, you get everybody before Oregon Trail and everybody after Oregon Trail.
Yep. That sounds about my start too. It was something like first grade, and the little Apple computers, green screen, and we just played like Number Crunchers, Odell Lake, and Oregon Trail. That was pretty much my start, but didn't actually get a computer in the home until I was 16, and then we had. That was a totally new thing. We were so afraid we were going to screw the thing up and break it, and then we got the AOL CDs, and we had dial-up because we were out in the country. So, it was.
So when's the first time you actually owned a computer, and do you remember how you got it?
First time we actually owned a computer, I was maybe 11, which would put me in 6th grade. I don't remember what kind it was. Dad brought it home one day, and something wasn't working right, or at least for me in my 11-year-old brain. And I found an instruction booklet somewhere, and I ended up reconfiguring the computer. I had no idea what I was doing.
You found out how to fix it.
Dad was like, "What are you doing?" And
I'm reading the manual.
I'm like, "This is what it said to do." So that was that.
When was the first time you owned a computer? Do you remember how you got it?
I guess the family computer was when I was about 16. I remember them bringing it home.
No, it's when did you own a computer? When did you actually get one?
I didn't personally own one until
last week.
Yeah, until I went off to college. I think it was around 2002, 2003. I finally bought my own computer to go off to college with, and so that was a nice Dell computer.
It's all right. I won't hold it against you. It's okay.
Yeah. I guess me personally, it was kind of the same situation, taking a Dell computer off to college with me, and I think I was about 18 or 19. So.
All right, so this one's a little deeper. All right, how have computers changed your life? Who wants to go first?
Are we talking computers in general, or
in general?
Or
you're
internet,
talking
media?
cell phones. You're talking you're in your car.
Boy. Holy cow. Well, it made writing papers a lot easier. I remember I was at the tail end of the typewriter thing, and so even my little book reports when I was in 3rd, 4th grade, I would have to type on a typewriter and turn those in. So having a printer, even with the little holes on the side, and so that was pretty nice. And then, just since then, it's completely taken off, and the internet really, I think, is what did it. Having access to information that you never would have had access to before, or having instantaneous access to it. and then cell phones came along, and then the internet was available on your cell phones, and then social media and being able to connect with like-minded people, social media as a positive tool rather than something people fight over and about and with. And here we all are now.
So how has it changed your life?
I guess it's very similar. I didn't really write a lot of papers, but but yeah, it was definitely like that kind of awesome moment of being able to connect with other people online. It was, being 16, AOL, Instant Messenger. Like your friends are there. It's like, boop, the door opens and they the sound of the door opening and they're online.
Yeah.
I remember that well.
And,
I used to work at AOL.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God, my friend's online. You're typing away, and it actually taught you how to type really well.
See,
too.
and that's really funny. I mean, I remember when computers came out and you had the internet. It was for me an encyclopedia. Mm-hmm. I could look everything up, anything that I wanted to.
Yeah.
And now the number one reason people tune in is for social media.
Sure.
The social media aspect. I can contact my friends. I can find something to get pissed off about. I can find something that I need to comment about, or I should, but I won't. All those things.
I still use it to look stuff.
Yeah, I think
Very important with research.
like for our robotics business, I'm pretty much self-taught through YouTube. So yeah, it's just that's been an enormous tool. I didn't know how to code. I didn't know how to draw in 3D CAD and 3D printing, machining stuff. I didn't really know all of that stuff that well. So just going through YouTube or just Google searches has been.
No, that's an awesome way to do it. I mean, every time I think I got to fix something in the car, YouTube.
Yep, that's my first
Right?
go-to.
It's the first place I'm going. I'm going to watch 4 or 5 videos, and I know how to do it, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
All right, so what did you not see coming?
Oh man, really? Social media? I didn't think
Used to be chat rooms, but now...
Yeah, I guess the way that it really took off, I guess I don't know. It was kind of it seems like something that should have come around, obviously, but I don't know. I guess at the time I didn't really see that coming at all. You had Instant Messenger. That was cool. And, I guess various forums, I guess. But yeah, once MySpace rolled around and everybody jumped on that, and it was just like, you can have your own website now, technically. You can have people see what you're interested in. So
yeah, it's funny.
awesome.
Now that's a completely musical
Yeah.
oriented thing. So if you got a band, you got to have a MySpace page. It's not just Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you not see coming?
I think kind of the same thing, but really the divisiveness and the vitriol and the fact that people are willing to say things to each other online
Isn't that pretty much what I said?
that
Keyboard warriors.
I hope they wouldn't think about saying to someone's face. Certainly didn't see that coming.
No.
And I hate to put that. I hate to put a negative spin on it, but that I certainly never
No, I completely understand
would
that.
have seen that coming. And I feel like it's made a difference in how people have started to interact in real life. But then I guess on the flip side, it's brought people together, and it's helped people. I don't want to say organize because I don't want to sound too, make it too political, but people have come together also in ways that have been kind of a reaction in a more positive swing. So
Kind of coalescing.
yeah.
All right, last question. What do you expect from future technology? And that can be what do you expect as well as what do you think is going to happen, what do you want to have happen.
Technology in general?
Yeah, I feel like the way like AI is going, I feel like it's really going to start. I don't know, like maybe taking a lot more of the burden off of technology use. Right now, like technology is so fast and it's easy to do a lot of things in a day, but it's almost like time consuming now. It's like it's absorbing your life, and so I think like the AI, the way that's coming in, that'll kind of help with some certain tasks. Might even start, really changing the way people work totally. Like, I mean, it'll obviously start taking away jobs, but it'll probably also start assisting a lot in various areas too. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, as an engineer, I kind of think, well, someday somebody's going to probably invent a version of AutoCAD that draws itself. You just say, hey, I want these specs, and it just puts it out on your computer, and you can do whatever you need to do with it. But, so yeah, I think AI is probably going to be the big game changer coming up here. So we'll see where that goes. I don't know. I'm pretty interested in it.
So what do you think?
Well, I hope that with greater accessibility with things like Arduino and Raspberry Pi, that technology will become available to communities and areas that it hadn't been, the people haven't had that type of access to it before, and making advances in their own regions or communities. You don't have to be super wealthy to accomplish those kinds of things, and whether that's, I don't know, predicting weather or figuring out a way to provide clean water, or even just learning the skills that. So I think the more advanced that becomes, the cheaper it is, and the more accessible it gets. And I think that just benefits everyone, or
knowledge.
At least that's my hope. And from that all the way up to solving the orbital debris problem, and hopefully like debris mitigation, and then reaching out into further space exploration, and commercial companies being able to do that. And
wouldn't it be something if technology actually was able to allow us to be more human, just to be ourselves and do our own thing while the machines kind of do everything else.
And that goes back to what you were saying earlier, is the fact that there's a lot of things that people will say online that you won't say when you're talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really taken away the human factor from it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just
no. And it's not. It's not posting a selfie, I think, because you think you look cute. It's like, this is what I've made, or this is what I've accomplished, or this is what happened today, and it's
it goes back to the YouTube videos. Look at how you do this.
Yeah.
Let me take the knowledge that I've got and show it to somebody else.
Right.
Or this is why this is important to me. Which I guess, if you look cute, that could be important to you. So, I'm not taking away from that either. But I guess sharing a little piece of you, and not to, hopefully it being more real, I guess, than things seem lately. So.
And if you don't mind, please introduce yourselves one more time. Okay, Mike Ward, R&D engineer and roboticist of sorts.
Cristin Finnigan, paralegal and student policy analyst.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.